Paddy, thank you for joining us. What is your mindset when you're going up to prepare against someone who you have so much respect for, so much admiration for, someone who's, you were saying at the press conference, is like a legend of the sport? What is it like knowing you're going in to face someone like Justin Gaethje?
Yeah, well, this is what you've always wanted to do. You've always wanted, coming up to your career, you want to fight these people that you've always looked up to, and it's sad to say that I think I'm going to retire them. You know what I mean? I'm preparing to beat them up in all facets of MMA, whether it's on the ground or whether it's on the feet. I'm preparing to beat them up. So, as I say, it's sad to say, but I'm more than likely going to retire him. I don't know if he'll fight again. I
think a lot of the fans understood why you weren't going to fight Paddy Pimblett in a non-championship setting, but now it is for a belt, and that is the fight that is in front of you. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, no, Paddy Pimblett, I mean, this guy's got a ton of momentum, you know, a ton of confidence, and those are two variables that are tough to beat. I'm going to have to really steal that momentum early and stay in my shell. You know, I know this kid's going to be trying to kill me, and I know he's going to make mistakes, so I have to be ready to take advantage of these mistakes and fight a perfect fight. At the highest level, it's who makes mistakes first, and I'm going to need to teach him that.
He hasn't lost in the UFC. He's the younger man. Those things can be factored into a betting line. Have you seen the odds for the fight?
Yeah, I love that I'm an underdog. I think I'm 8-2 or 8-3 as an underdog in the UFC. 2017, I fought the top 5 in the world every year, consistently, and I'm still here. If I wasn't as good as I am, then I wouldn't be here, and I still am here because I am one of the best in the world. It's just such a crazy sport.
Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje has ignited widespread discussion for various reasons, with their recent interviews sparking the latest debate. Some envision a chaotic brawl perfectly suited for Paddy, while others remain unconvinced. The one consensus, however, is that this fight will be anything but calm. It promises to be messy, and success will hinge on who manages that chaos more effectively.
Paddy the Baddy plans to beat up Justin Gaethje. I'm sure that doesn't come as a surprise to you. Paddy the Baddy believes he can beat Justin Gaethje up on the feet. That might come as a surprise to you. Paddy the Baddy says that he's a weird fighter. He knows he's a weird fighter, and you can't bring anybody into training camp to mimic him, that he wrestles weird and he grapples weird.
Is that going to help him in this fight?
Brother, Paddy Pimblett cannot help him.
Why not? You're not impressed with Paddy?
Paddy Pimblett doesn't have nothing. What do you have?
When discussing Justin as an opponent, Paddy expressed nothing but respect. He acknowledges Gaethje as a seasoned veteran who has fought in major contests for years, earning his reputation through hard-fought battles. Despite this admiration, Paddy does not view Justin as an untouchable or fearsome presence. He believes Gaethje has shown signs of slowing in certain areas, presenting exploitable openings.
A lot of times, his opponents are expecting a war. They're expecting a brawl because of who's standing across from them. Is that something you're trying to avoid? Is that something you're embracing?
I'm embracing. I want a war. I've never had a war. I've never had a proper war where we're both cut and bloodied up. I'd love a fight like Adesanya Gastelum. I'd love a fight like that. But I don't think Justin Gaethje is the man to give me it. I just don't think. I love biting down on my gum shield and swinging punches. You never know, I might end up doing that to him. But I just can't see him getting past the 3rd round. The only way he beats me is a big overhand right or a big left hook. I genuinely can't. I don't see anywhere he's better than me, even on the feet. I know he's an amazing striker, but so am I. So I just don't see anywhere he beats me.
Paddy has consistently demonstrated an ability to learn from past errors. Reflecting on his bout with Michael Chandler, he explained that the fight highlighted how many still underestimate his versatile skill set and his capacity to control elite wrestlers. Paddy feels that fight proved his ability to impose his game on high-level opponents, even amid skepticism. Entering this upcoming contest, that conviction has only strengthened. For Paddy, this fight extends beyond merely defeating Justin. It's another opportunity to redefine perceptions and prove that the version people imagine isn't the reality.
By the way, before we dive in, 99.8% of the people watching right now aren't subscribed. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any upcoming MMA news. And without further ado, Let's dive into it.
Tell me officially, what's the prediction? How do you get your hand raised? How do you earn that title?
It's the same as Chandler. He doesn't get past the third. I don't see him getting out the third round, but I can see myself finishing before that. I keep having visions and knocking him out on the feet. To be honest, I keep having mad, crazy visions and knocking him out on the feet, but wherever the fight goes, TKO or submission by round 3.
Meanwhile, Justin Gaethje has also been actively giving interviews. Regarding Paddy earning this opportunity, Justin acknowledged him as a capable opponent, refraining from dismissal. He recognized Paddy's notable accomplishments, particularly finishing Chandler, a feat Justin himself hadn't achieved. Simultaneously, he emphasized the critical importance of timing and reliability at the sport's highest echelons, pointing out how missed opportunities, weight issues, and unpredictable moments can diminish a fighter's standing regardless of raw talent.
Yeah, because once I get this belt, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to beat Ilya. I'm going to beat Paddy. I'm going to beat Ilya. And then I got to get Max back. Have to. So I need him to win. I need him to beat Charles.
Right.
Actually, I guess it doesn't matter. They both beat me, so I want either one of those back.
Yeah.
Those are the only two guys that I have the opportunity to get back right now. So that's what I'm shooting for.
Mirroring Paddy's personal insights, Justin made it clear that no genuine animosity exists between them. There's no personal tension or bad blood. The conflict stems purely from competition, not emotion. He perceives Paddy as someone attempting to seize what he has dedicated his entire life to building. That alone provides sufficient motivation. His drive is rooted in protecting his body of work, his name, and his position within the sport, rather than engaging in trash talk or personal drama.
When you break this fight down, how close do you think it actually is?
I personally don't think it's going to be that close at all. I mean, Paddy Pimblett's crafty. He's a crafty fighter. He's got a very strong skill set. He's not afraid to fight off of his back. He doesn't wrestle all that well, but he uses his length well in terms of his kicks. But I just think the amount of violence that Justin Gaethje brings to the fight is going to be too much for Paddy. I mean, we saw what Paddy did against Jared Gordon, and a lot of people think he lost that fight. And Justin Gaethje is not Jared Gordon. You know what I'm saying? Now, Paddy looked great against Bobby Green. That was a really quick fight. He looked great against Michael Chandler, but Michael Chandler was on a decline. I just think that Paddy, this is his best chance. We talked about Gaethje. This is also Paddy's best chance of winning a title, because I don't think he would have fared well against Ilya or Sarukian either, but this is his best chance of winning a title, and I don't even really see it being all that.
Analyzing the fight itself, Justin displayed both respect and a confidence forged from extensive experience. He dismissed the notion that the fight would remain comfortable or clean for Paddy. Justin anticipates mistakes, believing they will arise from Paddy overcommitting and creating vulnerabilities. His strategy involves relying on patience, precise timing, and experience over outright chaos. He's not pursuing an early knockout. Instead, his mindset focuses on extending the fight into deep waters and systematically breaking Paddy down.
You think Paddy is going to take him down? Which, by the way, you're then counting on a lot of luck once he gets there. Or a lot of good success once he gets there, keeping him there, submitting him, passing to positions, pounding him out, whatever it is you think's going to happen. But it has to start with the takedown, if you subscribe to that. And meanwhile, the argument would be, if it stays on his feet, that it would go to Gaethje. Is it that straightforward? I don't.
On the subject of wrestling, Justin downplayed the significance of Paddy's success against Chandler. He clarified that Chandler's aggressive style often leads to rapid fatigue, creating openings later in fights, a style Justin has no intention of adopting. Gaethje trusts his own gas tank, balance, and ability to conserve energy.
And based on what we've seen, I could see where you could come to that conclusion. I'm just sharing, if you follow the sport as a whole, we don't really see that anymore. We don't really see a lot of this, this guy's the better striker and this guy's the better grappler. That's very 1993 thinking. And we've dismissed Paddy for so long. I mean, I feel like we've dismissed him for 8 fights. Is he now 8-0 in the UFC? That's off the top of my head, but I think I'm right. See, now 4 years in the UFC? That's off the top of my head, but I think I'm right. And yeah, he does favor grappling, but he used to favor grappling to submissions. Now he's favoring grappling to ground and pound. So the only thing that you really learn through that statement is that you don't really know what he's going to do. And he doesn't really do something until somebody shows a defense to what he prefers to do.
Chael Sonnen extensively critiqued the narrative that Paddy is an uncopyable, uniquely disruptive fighter, clearly disagreeing with this assessment. From Chael's perspective, Paddy appears solid across various disciplines, but doesn't possess anything so distinctive that it would genuinely unsettle a veteran. Chael's argument was straightforward. At this level, fighters have encountered most styles, and nothing about Paddy suggests Justin would need to panic or fundamentally alter his camp. He also challenged common perceptions about the striking in this matchup. Rather than declaring Paddy should never stand with Justin, Chael questioned the use of such absolutes. Fights rarely follow clean, predictable rules anymore. Just because one fighter is known for power doesn't mean the other cannot survive or even contend in striking exchanges. Chael's point wasn't that Paddy is the superior striker, but that completely writing him off demonstrates lazy thinking and disregards how often fights defy expectations.
That's going to be a fun fight. I'm going to go with Paddy, you know what I mean? There's been a couple of times where I thought Paddy's had big tests in front of him and he's passed them. And, you know, he showed me in his last fight he can really stick to a game plan. And he's going to need that with a Gaethje. So I'm going to go Paddy.
Beneil Dariush approached the odds pragmatically, not interpreting them as disrespect toward Justin. In his view, the situation is more about timing than talent. Justin is in a later stage of his career, and in the lightweight division, that often becomes apparent quickly. Paddy, conversely, is still developing, still addressing weaknesses, and his full potential remains unknown. Beneil's hesitancy regarding Justin became more pronounced when discussing specific matchups rather than just names. Most of Justin's significant victories have come in fights that remained standing and devolved into striking wars. When bouts shift toward grappling heavy pressure, his results have been less dominant. Paddy presents precisely that kind of threat, and even if he isn't perfect, he's willing to force the fight into those messy, grappling-focused scenarios.
With who he fight for the title? Like before, like he beat who? He beat like some, give me any names. Michael Chandler?
Michael Chandler, that's the biggest name, sure.
Everybody beat Michael Chandler, brother. He doesn't win, brother. He was in UFC and he win only one fight against Tony Ferguson, who had 45 years.
He won his debut too. I can't remember off the top of my head who that was again. Oh, Dan Hooker.
He almost who?
He knocked out Dan Hooker. Remember?
Brother, Michael Chandler and Dan Hooker. Everybody beat these guys.
So not impressed. I like the honesty.
No, I'm honest. You know, like when we look at the best fight with the best, these guys, they not elite. If you wanna see who's elite, like it's Charles Oliveira, he's elite guy. It's Arman Tsarukyan.
Colby Covington remained unconvinced by Paddy being favored based on skill. He suggested that if Paddy wins, it would reflect more on Justin's current state than on Paddy's inherent abilities. Colby focused on the cumulative damage Justin has absorbed over the years, his history of brutal wars, and the devastating knockout loss that still looms. Yet, he simultaneously clarified that this would be no easy night, as Justin understands the stakes and won't simply yield. Colby seemed to believe the pressure actually rests on Paddy, especially given Paddy's usual reliance on wrestling control to establish comfort and execute his game plan. He also hinted that the entire setup feels like the UFC attempting to fast-track a new star, which makes the matchup difficult to accurately assess.
That guy, and who there is it? Gaethje. the elite guy. Ilya Tapuria, yes, is elite fighter. You know, like somebody like that, you know, like not Paddy who fight with. He have one fight, and I think he lose this fight with the guy. I don't remember his name, but I see him. I was training with him here in Dubai. Yes, Gordon. He lose this fight. Gordon beat him. Gordon beat him us.
Jared Gordon.
Yeah, Jared Gordon. He beat him us, but the judges give him fight like one.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you can check this fight if you want. No, I'm not like somebody who against Paddy. No, I don't know him. You know, like I'm just looking like fan of the martial arts. My opinion, he doesn't deserve title shots. My opinion.
Arman Tsarukyan also weighed in, unequivocally stating his preferred victor. He's leaning towards Justin, explaining that at this stage of his own career, that choice simply makes sense. Justin represents someone who will commit to a fight rather than evade it. While Arman didn't question Paddy's confidence, he clearly doubted his intentions. The implication was that if Paddy were to win, he wouldn't eagerly rush into a fight with someone like Arman. Arman made it sound as though Paddy would prioritize protecting his position over testing himself against the toughest matchups. Therefore, his pick for Justin was rooted in respect and realism, not specific style or technique. Listening to those initial interviews, it's evident both fighters approach this contest differently. Paddy sounds composed, as if he expected this moment and feels entirely prepared. Justin, however, sounds intensely focused, fully aware of what's at stake and taking nothing for granted. This stark contrast alone offers a glimpse into how the fight might unfold. Confidence versus urgency, belief versus experience. Once they step into the octagon, the talking stops and we'll get real answers. Let us know in the comments below who you predict will win this fight.